Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LR's Formula Series. We're here for round 2. It is none other than the Khione Bahrain Grand Prix. So we're going to take a look at the standings here. We have Flappa up front with 12 points, Jack in second with 9, and Sack in third with 8, of course. A bunch of other drivers with 0 points, and also, of course, these other drivers who also have points under their name. So we are about to take a look at these guys go against each other again, but this time in Bahrain, as opposed to Australia from the last time. And keep an eye out for the next races, as we have the Vintage.com Imola Grand Prix in Imola, and also the Scarlet Devil mentioned Canadian Grand Prix in Canada. So keep an eye out on those races, as we're about to go over there after Bahrain. Here we go, we have it all ready. We're going to go to take a look at the qualifying session here. Starting off with Kanzi coming out of the pits first out of all the drivers. And we're here on Bahrain. Now this is the outer layout that they used to drive in 2020 Formula 1. This is that layout. That's what we're racing here. And the whole reason I chose this one, it's short, it's fun, it's fast. Short, fast, fun. That's all you really need. And that's what Formula Racing is. Short, fast, and fun. So also taking a look at Scratch concept about to start his lap, as so will Draco and also Lins. Everyone will start the lap, of course, including Blakey, Zoe, James, Fuego, Miyu, and also Scratch afterwards. And so on. We'll also have the field here. Floppa, the race leader right there. It's a bit side to side with Blake over there, and Blake gets a bit wide. Either way, the race leader, Floppa, or the championship leader, who won the very first race in LR's Formula here at Bahrain. Of course, after the Formula race, it was on the same thing. Of course, Floppa has also been racing in the stock car series, and yeah, it's going all right over there too. Of course, Flappa in stock car has gone 1 point during that stock car race in Michigan, and joined here in Formula. We have Flappa back at Bahrain. Also looking at Miyu. Zio, the pole sitter so far here at Bahrain. With a 58.669. And Kanzi in second with a 58.680. And looks like it's a 2-3 for the Buckshot Bros. There's Jimmy Fuego right underneath Kanzi with 58.741. In fourth, Apollo. In fifth, we have MTL. Sixth, we have Lynn. Seventh, we have Draco. In eighth, Miu. Ninth, Jack. And 10th, we have Sam. Making that the top 10 here. Also, Flopper, Blake, Easyway, Metro, Scratch, and Zach are even lower, as they might not have a proper run here, and that's very unfortunate for them. But maybe things could turn around in the latter half of the qualifying session. We have Zach, the 43, coming over to the finish line, see if he improves or not. Yeah, he did improve, but not enough to really get himself out of that 15th spot at the moment. Blakey Zio currently in 13th. We have less than 4.5 minutes remaining here. MTL also here in Formula. Of course, ended up second in the GT race as he went to Italy for the GT Mugello race, and he ended up second. He had pole position and took the lead by a big time, also a big margin. And he got pole position and fastest lap, and ended up behind Blue the Demon, who won that race. Scratch also at the stock car race last time, ended up 8th. And let's see where he'll end up here for round 2 of Bahrain. Jack also in 10th so far. Of course, the driver who was in Australia in 2nd position, but now all the way in 10th in the qualifying session. But it's not going that well for the drivers who ended up at the top step at Australia, as the pole position is currently set by Jimmy Fuego with a 58.367. And drivers like Floppa Metro or Floppa Jack or Zach, all 3 in the bottom 10. Looking at Draco, the 47. Of course, in this first ever stock car race, he ended up 7th. And in his first ever Formula race, he ended up 5th. This is a man you should keep an eye out on, as you look at the Dutchman crossing the line and shoots himself up to 4th. And this is why I say keep an eye out on Draco. Looking at Apollo here, the number 4. Ended up all the way in last in Australia, and of course in stock car. Ended up in 11th in Michigan. Let's see how he'll be doing here at Bahrain, and afterwards to see how he'll be doing at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As safe he could be set for Scratch. Let's see how they'll also be doing after Bahrain and at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And you gotta say the same for Flopper, because all 3 of them drive stock car Formula. pole sitter right here, the number 32 of Jimmy Fuego. Currently with a 58.367. Making it a 1-3 for the Buckshot Bros. But let's see if Kanzi has the momentum and the speed to make it a 1-2. And it looks like no improvement from Kanzi in any way. But then again, I don't know if he crossed the line or not. But Zio is sitting comfortably in first at the moment. So we have less than a minute remaining here at Bahrain for the qualifying session. Of course, we'll be going over here again for the prototype series. I think after the Formula race, they're gonna race here. If I'm correct, hold on, let me double check. I don't want to have it wrong. No, they'll be going to Bahrain after Brazil. So they'll be going to Japan for the Nippon race, and then they're gonna go for the Buckshot Bros Brazilian race. And for us, however, we're gonna go to Imola after this for the Winterstackham Imola Grand Prix. And then to Canada for the Scarlet Devil mentioned Canadian Grand Prix. So you have less than 10 seconds remaining. Time is ticking. This has to be D lap from multiple drivers, including the 21 that we're looking at right here. Metro, who is all the way in 14 with a 59.287. As the qualifying session here at Bahrain comes to an end, let's see who is going to take the top spot or get themselves even further up ahead on the leaderboard. Looking at Flopper right now in 8th. Zio is 2nd at the moment. So let's take a look at him and see if he could get a pole position run. No improvements making that. Jimmy Fuego, Zio, Kanzi, Sam, and Draco, your top 5. As we're about to get ready. And we're going green. 20 laps around Bahrain. And immediately Kanzi spearing ahead of Zio. Right behind Jimmy Fuego. But now Zio has an opportunity to spear his car. Doesn't really work. Jimmy Fuego comfortably in the lead. And now Kanzi has to work even harder. But he's losing a lot of time over there, and I think there's a little bit of contact that happened possibly as Draco could overtake Kanzi right there. Definitely does. About to go too wide into the next turn. Oh, a little bit of hits. Oh, there goes Flopper. Miu taking out Flopper, and that is done deal for the 73. Contact in the first lap of 20. Looking at Miu currently in 10th. 14 cars all coming down this next turn here. And Sam immediately trying to get ahead of Jack. And what happened to Sam? He started in 4th all the way down in 14th. Lost 10 positions within a single lap. Oh, Zach going a bit sliding over there. Luckily, he has the car under control. Now he's kind of holding back the pack over there. But he could definitely get the speed to get out here again. Up to the top. Ooh, 2 wheels for a bit. He is going against. He's literally driving on top of those curbs. It's insane. Now Apollo trying to overtake on the inside here at Kanzi. Can he do it? Yes, he can. No, he cannot. He's still side to side. The 7 and the 4. Both together, side to side, going into lap 4. Or into lap 3, excuse me. Now Apollo going for it again. Now, never mind. He had it. But he hit the curbstone over there. He hit the curbs. And that messed up his run right there. Now, Miyu, who climbed her way all the way up to 8th. Right behind Blake Izio. He gets on the inside. Not really working. And Apollo and Kazi still side to side. This is a good battle here, people. This is an insane battle that we're looking at. Oh, Blake going a bit wide. Now Zio on the inside, not really working. Zio in second, able to overtake Jimmy soon. Looking at Linz right here, the 23 gets on the inside here of Miyu. See if he could get that spot away from the 18, not really working. Same story for Blake with Apollo. The Canadian cannot manage to get ahead. Into lap 5, 15 more laps to go here. Here comes Blake Izio, another attempt. Not working at all. Now both Blake and Apollo are going to try to take Kanzi. It's not really working for either of them as Zio gets even closer and closer to Jimmy Fuego here. But Jimmy doing a very, very solid run at the moment. And more so, he's hoping and praying that Kanzi could be useful at the moment. As Zio gets closer and closer later on the braking, earlier on the gas. And now Miyu on the inside here. Onto the straightaway, side to side with Blake Izio going into lap 6. And Blake holding that spot, holding back Miyu also. Lots of battling is happening here and there. And Zio closer and closer to Jimmy Fuego right now. Putting pressure on the 32 as much as possible. Zio staying really close behind Jimmy Fuego. So looking at Linz, trying to get ahead of Miyu. Miyu not able to get ahead of Blake. And Blake held back the 18. Let's see if the Norwegian, however, could get past the Filipino. On the inside. Now, Miyu could try to defend, and she does. But Linz later on the gas, or earlier on the gas, and now side to side with Miyu, and now their position is in question. That 8th position is now either for Linz or Miyu. It depends on the next turn, and it looks like Miyu took that spot either way. It's going to be the same story for Apollo with Kanzi, and Apollo held back Kanzi. Get that spot for himself. Looking back at the battle between Zio and Jimmy Fuego. Lap 8 out of 20. Let's see if any of these drivers could overtake one another. You see Blake trying to go for a move on Kanzi. It didn't really work. Now let's see how the Canadian will be going against the Brit on the inside here. Let's see if he could get ahead. Does not work. And now he's gonna stick behind Kanzi and gonna try another attempt. You definitely see him push that car as much as possible. As Blake went on 2 wheels for a second over there. This could give me an opportunity to get ahead. Let's see if she will get ahead this time. Oh my lord, you see Blake pushing Miyu, and Miyu taking out Blake right here. As the 39 is backwards. And now, Miyu losing positions left and right. Last position to Linz, and now loses a position to Metro as they're going side to side here. But the contact between the 18 and the 39, that ruined all of Blake's chances. Lap 10. 10 more laps remaining here at Bahrain, and then we're gonna find out who's gonna be the winner. And the winner is not a definitive decision yet. It's not a confirmed decision yet. We cannot identify who's the winner yet because it's either going to be Jimmy Fuego or Zio, because these two have been going like against each other for a while. And Jimmy Fuego holding back Zio while Zio's pushing like an absolute maniac against the 32. Look at that, Zach trying to find a way to get up to the points margin, aka 10th position, or maybe even higher if he goes fast enough. Now let's see if Linz could get ahead. No, it didn't work. Straight away, lap 11. Linz and Apollo are kind of in the same situation when they're trying to overtake, but it's not really working. Constantly going a bit on the outer. Meanwhile, Linz. Lots of smoke over there. I think somebody locked up, and this could give an opportunity to one of these drivers. Oh, speaking about Jimmy Fuego, here we have Zio and Jimmy duking it out again. And Jimmy Fuego playing really, really good in terms of defense, holding back Zio as much as possible, and more so defending his position and positioning his car in a proper way, to the point where like Zio really has to like try and stay close to Jimmy and catch him messing up, because so far Jimmy hasn't messed up, and that could cause him to that could give him a victory alert there. If he just drives perfectly and far away from Zio, he could win that race. If you look at MTL getting closer to Draco right now. Meanwhile, Apollo. Whoa, Draco locked up there for a second. Now that could give MTL a bigger opportunity. Linz calls to Kanzi. Oh, and you definitely see Linz trying to overtake Kanzi. Meanwhile, Draco trying to overtake Linz. And MTL also trying to overtake Draco here. Metro getting ahead of Linz. call Draco Metro. Oops. Sam and Zach, or Sam and Jack duking out right there. And speaking about those two, Sam and Jack, here we have them. D10 all the way in 13th. And Floppa, the race leader, of course, all the way 5th, or the championship leader, all the way at the bottom. And Blake is in 14, but that is due to an incident, unfortunately. But they are making progress. They are slowly but surely coming back. It just takes time for them. Yeah, Metro on the inside here. Now tries to put a lot of pressure on D7. Gets ahead. But is it a confirmed overtake or not? Yes, it is. A beautiful move right there from the 21. Wow. Kept it clean. Kept it safe. Had to go off-road a tiny bit. Well, not really four-wheel off-road, but like had to go off here and there. And he did it. Now Miu on the outside. Side to side with Linz. Can the 18 get ahead? Yes, she can. Now can she get two birds with one stone coming into turn one? She's going to have a little bit of difficulty as Linz and Miu get together. And Miu, I think she got sent to the pits. Oi, oi, oi. That is not good. That had to be a huge wreck then, if that is the case. But there goes Miu's race, all in its entirety. And now this could give Jack an opportunity to gather himself a point. We have 4 more laps remaining here. Or 5 more laps, excuse me. Metro side to side with Apollo on the inside here. Turn 1. Oh, both of them make contact. But Apollo holding back the 21 with everything in his skill. Now onto the straightaway. Chances are here, chances are there. Definitely there's a chance here for Metro, there's a chance there for Linz. You see Apollo swerving and weaving, pushing Metro as far wide as possible. About to go into turn 1 here. Oh, contact again. But now Metro still on the side of Apollo. They're going side to side into the next few turns. And so is Linz and Kanzi. Multiple fights happening. Metro went a bit wide over there. Now Apollo has his spot back. Could Linz keep his spot, however? That's the bigger question. And he definitely does get ahead here on that chicane. And now that spot is his. Beautiful, beautiful work from the Norwegian right here. Just looking back at Metro. Let's see how he'll be going against Apollo here. As they are about to go into lap 18. Now, many opportunities here, many opportunities there. Metro now has way more space to do a way better turn over there, but Apollo a bit more on the outer at the proper apex turn over there. Now Kanzi behind Linz, all the way in 8th. But meanwhile, his teammate Jimmy Fuego leading the race, so it will be a victory for Buckshot Bros. Either way. Lap 19. Let's see if Metro could get ahead of Apollo in any of these laps. There's not that many opportunities left, so it has to be now or never for the 21. And the 4 also has to hold back the 21 for a few more times. And that 5th spot will be his, or it will be Metro's, depending on how aggressive the 21 will be battling against the 4. Meanwhile, Jack's position is not looking good at the moment. Waving white flag. 1 more lap to go here on Bahrain. Let's see if any of these drivers can get ahead of one another. Apollo trying to make a move on MTL. Now they're going to the last lap. Meanwhile, Metro trying to go for one more opportunity here. Apollo going on the outside. What will Metro do against this? Gets really close. Turn 1. Too close on the apex there. Way too close. And now that could give up Apollo another chance to hold back Metro. And Metro's going to go spearing way later on the brakes. Meanwhile, Jimmy Fuego on the straight here, waving a black and white checkered flag, the 32. He will see for the Buckshot Bros the victory lane. And takes the win here at Bahrain. Zio is second. And Draco coming over to the last turn to take that 3rd spot. Nice podium for the debut. 2 of the drivers with a debut. Beautiful podium right there. As MTL on 4th, Apollo on 5th, Metro on 6th, Linz on 7th, Kanzi in 8th, Zach in 9th, and Sam in 10th. Taking that, the results here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. What a race this was. Jesus Christ, dude. The results: Jimmy Fuego first, Zio second, Draco 30, MTR 4th, Apollo 5th, Metro 6th, Linz 7th, Kanzi 8th, Zach 9th, and Sam 10th. Fastest lap made by Blake Easyoi out of all drivers. So we are currently taking a look at the standings here. We have Jimmy Fuego leading the championship with a total of 16 points under his name. Draco in 2nd with 14 points. Flappa in 3rd with 12 points. Zach in 4th with 10 points. And Zio in 5th with 9 points so far in round 2 out of 14. Of course, Jack has points, Linz has points. Both of them are tied. Zio also tied. All 3 of them tied. Sam with 8. MTL with 7, Apollo with 6, and Scratch still with 0 points, but everyone else a minimum of 2 points so far. And so everybody go next to Imola for the Vintage.com Imola Grand Prix. So until then, take care.